Course expectations. What were your expectations for the course at the start? Were these expectations met? Why or why not? At the start of Calculus 3, I expected the course to explore functions of several variables, 3D, geometry, and real-world application of calculus in fields like physics and engineering. I knew it would be more abstract and visually challenging than previous calculus courses, and I hope to strengthen my understanding of vectors, surfaces, and multivariable function. These expectations were mostly met. The course covered key topics like partial derivatives, gradients, multiple integrals, Lagrange multipliers, and vector fields in depth. It was challenging, especially when it came to visualizing 3D concepts, but with practice and support, I was able to grasp the ideas. Overall, the course pushed me to think more geometrically and apply calculus in new and meaningful ways. Teaching and learning process. What teaching and learning strategies were used? Which worked well for you? Which didn't? What struggles did you face in the course? Which topics were discussed swiftly or in depth? Key takeaways from the experience. In Calculus 3, a mix of lectures, visual aids, problem-solving session, and group discussions were used. What worked best for me were visual explanation and detailed walkthroughs of complex problems, especially when covering 3D graphs, vector fields, and surfaces. What didn't work as well were the fast-paced sections where new concepts were introduced without much time to practice, particularly with topics like curvature, line integrals, and vector fields. One of my main struggles was visualizing in 3 dimensions and applying abstract concepts to problems, especially early in the course. Course outcomes. What are the stated course outcomes? Were they achieved in your opinion? Should you pass the course based on your learning? At the beginning of the course, the stated outcomes for calculus included developing a strong understanding of multivariable calculus concepts and being able to represent and analyze curves and surfaces in 3 dimensional space using vector valued and parametric equation. Compute and apply partial derivatives, directional derivatives, and the gradient vector. Understand the geometry of functions of multiple variables including level curves, tangent planes, and normal vectors. Solve optimization problems with constraints using Lagrange multipliers. Set up and evaluate double and triple integrals in both rectangular and other coordinate system. Were these outcomes achieved? In my opinion, these outcomes were mostly achieved through the structure and content of the course. Each topic built upon earlier concepts from Calculus 1 and 2, but added layers of complexity by introducing multiple variables and spatial reasoning. I gained the ability to understand and compute partial derivatives and use them to analyze the behavior of surfaces in 3D. The gradient vector and its application, especially in optimization and tangent plane equations, were taught in depth, and now I feel confident using them in a variety of settings. Some advanced vector calculus topics, like surface integrals and Stokes' theorem, were introduced a bit quickly. I still grasp the core ideas and their significance. Should I pass based on my learning? Yes, I believe I should pass the course based on my learning and performance. I engage fully with the course materials, consistently practice problem solving, and significant progress in understanding complex topics. Even when facing difficulties, particularly in visualizing 3D objects or applying certain theorems, I took initiative to improve through extra practice and seeking clarification. Closing statements. Justify why you deserve to pass the course. Be specific about the skill you acquired. Solving differential equation, analyzing data sets. I believe I deserve to pass Calculus 3 because I have gained a solid understanding of key multivariable calculus concepts and demonstrated the ability to apply them in problem solving. One specific skill I developed during the course is the ability to compute and interpret gradients. Use them to solve optimization problems, including those involving constraint through Lagrange multipliers, one of the more abstract topic at first. I reviewed the material, asked questions, and practiced regularly. Overall, I've achieved the learning outcomes of the course and can confidently apply the concepts of calculus in more advanced mathematics and science contexts. For this reason, I believe I have earned a passing grade.